The Fed is the source of all problems. This is something I have said so many times. I've written about it in my book. This is unquestionable, undoubtable. And I want to talk today about why the Federal Reserve is making these mistakes, destroying the economy. And the fact is, the short answer is that they're doing it intentionally. And we are getting the short end of the stick. Let's take a look at something that Marc Faber has said, something that I have been saying so many times. You guys have been watching these videos now, and you've been hearing me say that the Federal Reserve is going to continue to print, and not only will they continue to print, they're going to have to increase that rate. I said this in my interviews. I am on record saying this. And I'm not the only one, of course. So many people have agreed with me. And one of these people is Marc Faber. Taper or no taper, the Fed will never end QE. He's saying that, and I absolutely agree with his statement. So he's actually saying that, look, they're not going to stop what they're doing. You think they can stop? There's no way. Once this train leaves the station, it never comes back. So he's saying the economic recovery, or so-called recovery, and it's just to mention here, it's like me and him are reading from the same playbook. Listen to this. The economic recovery, or so-called recovery, will be in the 5th year of recovery. But at some stage, they will weaken, and at that point the Fed will say, look, we haven't done enough, we're going to have to do more. That is exactly what I've been saying so many times. It's ridiculous how similar our statements are. Okay, and then he goes on and basically says that, I just had to scroll down, pardon me here, while they believe that a reduction could happen, while he believes a reduction could happen, he's saying that basically it's meaningless because eventually they're going to have to increase the amount of printing that they're doing. And guess what I've been saying so many times? It's obvious. Once the tap opens, they can't shut it off. As soon as they shut it off, they'll choke down the economy and they'll destroy it. There's no difference there in any historical period. As soon as they begin printing, they're going to have to do that. This is from my book right here, where I depict the Federal Reserve, or the central bank for that matter, as a printing press. They hand it off to the banks, and eventually makes its way down to the individual. And this is sort of the the simplistic version. Of course, there's much more going on here. But we get that money after it is destroyed, after it is through this inflation, if we get it, because now they're doing with the whole bail-in strategy thing. Anyway, not going to get into that today. All I wanted to tell you was that Marc Faber is agreeing with me on this topic here, and he is saying specifically that the Fed is not going to taper, they're not going to stop their program, and this has historically, I'll add to him here and say historically, they have never stopped. Look at Japan. They have to increase and increase and increase and increase the amount of money that they're printing. It's not a joke that they're doing this. It's not exporting the inflation, as they keep claiming. Every naysayer will keep claiming, oh, we're exporting our inflation, exporting our inflation. That's not how this works. This is going to destroy the US dollar, and along with that, dominoes are going to fall along the world. Canada, in Ontario, we have 87% of our exports going to the US. If 87% of our exports are going there, and the US is in trouble in hyperinflation or a major inflation, do you think they're going to buy Canadian products? No, the dominoes will fall. Remember that I told you this, please. This is a warning. This is not some sort of, me gloating. I'm legitimately frightened here. I want people to wake up to this. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Please subscribe to these videos to make sure you're getting on top of this. I post pretty much every single day. And I just wanted to say, take care, and I will talk to you very soon.